At this time, we would like to begin this joint press conference by Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Corporation and NEC Corporation. First, introducing from your left, he is the President, CEO, and representative member of the board of NEC Corporation, Mr. Takashi Nino. I'm Takashi Nino. Thank you very much. And on your right, he is the President, CEO, and representative member of the board of Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Corporation, Mr. Jun Sawada. I'm Jun Sawada. Thank you very much. This press conference will begin by an opening remarks from each president, and questions will be taken from the audience, followed by a photo session. President Sawada, President Nino, you have the floor. First of all, I sincerely thank all of you for attending this joint conference despite your busy schedule. President Nino and I will go over what NTT and NEC will try to achieve through this partnership and what we plan to do going forward. All of us are fully aware by now of the widespread impact of COVID-19, and when we think about how our society might change post-COVID, we believe that there are two issues that stand out. First, we believe that a remote world or distributed society will likely become the norm. And in that new norm, we think companies will need to utilize tools like 5G, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, and push forward their digital transformation initiatives because they will not survive otherwise. Second is the advent of new globalism, which is an alteration of globalism. The free movement of people, goods, and money is being impeded by COVID, and globalism, as we know it, will change as a result. Add to the mix the impact of protectionism and decoupling, we expect to see localism gain momentum. Our company, together with trusted partners, will build a trusted supply chain, further enhance Japan-made technology with high added value, which you might call it new made in Japan, and develop our business globally through open collaboration. Turning our attention to the communication technology front, we think there are two trends. In the communications industry, it's common practice to employ the vertical integration model where carriers and operators procure a full set of dedicated equipment from a single manufacturer. It is a fact that this type of practice, as a result, creates a structure that tends to inhibit innovation. In order to improve the situation, an increasing number of companies are opting for open architecture, for example, NTT Docomo's Open Radio Access Network, or ORAN, and Rakuten's virtualization. That's the first trend. And the other trend is Eyal, which is what we are advocating. When you think about the data-driven world going forward, having a larger capacity for networks and all things IT is absolutely critical. What this means is that the peak performance of communications and computing using the current method would be hindered due to heat generated, and this also adversely impacts the environment. It is for this reason NTT is advocating the IOWN concept, from electronics to photonics. That's the type of reform we are promoting. IOWN is built on three elements: all photonics network, digital twin computing, and cognitive foundation. Our partnership with NEC will focus on all photonics network as we jointly pursue research and development. I'll now pass it on to Mr. Nino, who will go over the specifics.
Thank you.
Again, I'm Takashi Nino of NEC. Ever since its founding in 1899, NEC has been a leading innovator in the field of communication technology, offering various core technologies in wireless, optics, and software. And the company has served to upgrade the communications infrastructure in over 160 countries, including Japan, in a wide variety of areas such as undersea cable, optical transport, base station, microwave communications operating system, and space communication. In 2011, NEC became the first company in the world to commercialize a network virtualization technology, which serves as the base for open architecture. We lead the efforts to integrate IT and operators' network on a global basis by using a wealth of advanced knowledge and expertise on virtualization. For NEC to continue to grow, it is absolutely necessary for our business with communications operators, which is our core business, to grow globally, and the government has been supporting us in a number of ways. The current trend is to open up everything where possible. NEC will continue to make efforts on its own to develop its businesses globally, but it will also work with a variety of partners like operators and manufacturers to try to create new business models that translate into further business growth. We've had numerous, sometimes heated discussions on topics such as market conditions, customer expectations, and the direction each company wants to pursue. But in the end, the two companies leading Japan's communication solutions decided to remove the wall that stood between them as operator and manufacturer and agreed to form a partnership as equal partners. We have our eyes set on two innovations with this partnership. One would be primarily led by the two companies to fundamentally change the industrial structure in communications through open tech. The two companies will also use all their resources to develop innovative technology and products in Japan and export them globally. That's the second innovation. NTT is a world-leading operator and actively pursues and adopts cutting-edge technology. It also has industry-leading R&D and engineering capabilities, particularly in areas like photonics, small optical integrated circuits, and DSP. On the other hand, NEC has some of the best digital technology in the world in areas including communications, artificial intelligence, and security. And it has a robust track record when it comes to building reliable communication infrastructure with a level of quality that operators require. The two companies will collaborate with global operators and manufacturers to promote the widespread use of open architecture, and the companies will integrate their assets to develop technology and products that can compete in the global market. What the two companies will develop will be based on open architecture, and this initiative will certainly help improve the services offered by various operators. It is through an initiative like this that we will help secure transparent and reliable communication infrastructure, not just in Japan, but everywhere in the world. I'll now talk about what the two companies will research and develop together. First, the two companies will promote the use of the O-RAN Alliance specification and develop globally competitive O-RAN compliant base stations. Our goal is to become the global market leader with NEC leading the way. On the development side, we will install innovative devices using optical and wireless technology on equipment at base stations to significantly reduce process time, latency, and energy consumption. We will also develop small optical integrated circuits and DSP with the best-in-the-world performance levels and information and communication equipment having those components and make them commercially available worldwide. Furthermore, we will develop innovative optical wireless device to help bring the Eyal concept to fruition and make efforts to improve technology related to the undersea cable system, space communication, and security. I will now pass it back to Mr. Sawada, who will talk a bit more about a couple of key issues of this partnership. If I may summarize, like Mr. Nino said earlier, There are two key goals in this partnership. One is about the two companies playing a central role to push the open movement forward. To be more specific, the word open here refers to open architecture, but this subject is being considered in an open alliance, so it refers to that as well. These keywords are used to drive this movement. The other goal is that the two companies will use all their resources available to them to develop innovative technology and products in Japan and export them globally. This joint research and development initiative is a medium to long-term project. Because of that, NEC will allocate its shares to NTT by way of third-party allotment, thereby forming a capital partnership between them. It is our belief that this partnership will help bring the Eyal concept to fruition, strengthen Japan's industrial capabilities, and give birth to a new Made in Japan. Thank you. Thank you very much.